All right. Time for the Hoplite quarterfinals and then semifinals recap. Um, Hello spam. I'm gonna be running a solo dolo here. But yeah, I guess let's see. Starting off, is this the right one? All right. So we're gonna start off here. We have our 8 quarterfinalists here, including myself. Congratulations, everyone, for making playoffs. We got some nice games to show today, so let's start off our matches. Um, First, oh, all right. First off here, we're gonna have our matchup here between Table and Alberto. Um, Pretty interesting matchup here to start. I believe they've already played before in the regular season. Let's see. Table play. Yes, they played in week 4. Alberto did change his team, but he more or less has a similar looking team comp. And I don't think Table changed too much in his matchup either. So this is basically a complete rematch, I would say. It could be my internet. I'm streaming on wireless, so but yeah. Quickly going over Terra Captains. Let's see. Table here has Iron Hands with Terra Fighting, Terra Flying, Terra Fairy. Um, I mean, I think Terra Fairy is is probably what I expect here. And his other Terra Captain is Sinisha, but not present here. So probably Terra, Fairy, Iron Hands. That pretty consistently runs that throughout the season. And then Alberto here has what does he have at the end here? Sandy Shocks and Floatzel. No Sandy Shocks here, so just Floatzel with Terra Water, Terra Grass, Terra Fairy. I mean, all of those are pretty reasonable for Floatzel. I expect probably Grass. 'Cause my Lodic's probably going to be the check for Floatzel anyway. But yeah, going into this, Alberto is a very scary iron bundle backed by the breaking power of his team. Um, Besides that, it looks like Table's just trying to weather the offense and trade the damage back, and Alberto's just going to try to break as soon as possible. So let's just get into this matchup. So, Lycanroc Pelipper lead. Rain starts up as expected. Uh, I would expect if Lycanroc is leading like this, it's probably going to be Focus Sash. If I was to guess, um, probably click a Stone Edge on the Pelipper. That would be my guess. Yeah, all right. Stone Edge. That looks like banded damage if it's physically defensive here. Spikes. Yeah. Ooh, does he have Pecha? Oh, no. No Pecha. Pecha switcheroo would have been so funny to take Gliscor's Toxic Orb away. It looks like we're just getting 3 layers of spikes. Makes sense. And there's no hazard removal. Oh, yeah. Ooh, the double here. Ah, alright. You got him. The Scar Pelipper strikes again. Alright, Iron Hands. Terra? No Terra. Alright, it's probably AV if he's switching it in like this. Wave Crash? Yeah, Wave Crash. Ooh, that's so much. Flame Ward's a little bit too late to activate here. Yeah. This Life Orb damage is actually racking up as well. Alright, Noivern comes out. Draco, that's not too much. Knock? Yeah, knock. Ooh, a crit. Specs. Another Draco probably here? Oh no, U-turn. Makes sense. Is he gonna get... Huh? Is it gonna happen? Helper? Good chunk. Thunder Punch. Ooh, that doesn't pick up. Oh, the Paralyze. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right here. If there's a chance for Alberto to get paralyzed, it will happen. It's almost a given here. Uh, Alright. More wave crashes here. Yeah. Looks like, well, damage being traded on both sides. You're hoping for a double protect here. Oh no, I guess you sacked Orochi. That makes sense too. Terragrass. Alright. Assault Vest, yeah. Hurricane here? Yeah, Hurricane. You landed a good chunk of damage. Thunder Punch picks up. Now Iron Bundles. Oh no. Petal Blizzard. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. And then Bundle should be able to win the 1v1 against Glasscore at the end, no matter what happens here. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I'm free. Yeah. That is our first quarterfinal match. Alberto advances. Congratulations for TBL for making it this far, though. Yeah. That is our first matchup. Iron Bundle didn't even have to hit the field. Yeah, let's get into our next match. We have P4 versus SMB. So let's see. This is also a rematch. I think this was week. So this is early on in the season. P4 played SMB on week 3 and gave him it was a 5-0, so a pretty one-sided match. Looking at it was Screamtail, Corviknight, Glow King, Hoopa, Incineroar, Terrakion. No longer has a Terrakion and brought the Toxapex instead. Okay. So 5 of the same Mons. And then on P4, he did change a good chunk of his team, but the Umbreon is the main addition here. And and having the Quavel here handles the hazards, which is just T-Cell, T-Spikes and Rocks. Rocks from Screamtail, T-Spikes from like Toxapex. Going into Terra Captains, P4 has his trusty Clodsire with Terra Poison, Terra Steel, and Terra Flying. I feel like Terra Flying makes sense. Honestly, none of the Terras for Clodsire really draw me towards anything. I think Flying could be something you pick up just to avoid like I don't know. I'm actually not particularly tied towards any particular Terra. Seems not so great. No Colossal, no Quagsire. So yeah. And then for SMB, we have... Where's SMB? Zebstrika, Ariados, and Serperior. No Terra Captains at all, huh? Alright. So not that much more to go over there. Let's get into this match then. Alright. Espeon Screamtail lead. I think this makes sense. I don't think Screamtail's gonna stay, and it really can't do anything here. Oh, Booster Energy also pops. So, especially defensive lead into this. I think it's kind of interesting to waste. Well, is it a waste? I kind of consider it a waste to burn your Booster Energy right off the bat without knowing what you're facing. But I feel like the Screamtail can't really do that much into Espeon, and Espeon can not really do that much either, so it's they're just gonna stare at each other. Yeah. Thunder Wave, yeah. Alright, Paralyze. Here we go. Trick Room. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. Alright. I think Trick Room's really weird here. Because his team doesn't really have that much offense to back up these Trick Room turns. So he just kind of Screen Tail got Trick Room up, and that's about it. Um, yeah, Clodsire comes out, and I don't think he cares that much. All right, Spikes. All right, switch into Umbreon, Drain Punch, Hyperspace Fury. You're gonna die to a Foul Play if you stay in though. Intimidate, Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave makes sense. Duck. All right, you're paralyzed too. All right, SMB. Fake Up only works on the first turn you're in, even if you get paralyzed. All right. Close combat. Golden Go comes out. Water Pulse is a move. Are you just trying to confuse him? Are you just trying to hope for hacks? Because I know you get Surf. Okay, and that's more Thunder Waves. Knockoff. Boot. Yeah. You're not gonna make much progress against this. Close combat. Knockoff? Weakness policy? I don't see why you're using. I don't see why you're using weakness policy with this. All right. Yeah. Golden Go just nukes Screen Tail now. You go back to Umbreon. I'm gonna expect a Drain Punch to come out here. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I think he's probably banded here. Switching. Oh, stays in to sack. We lost so much health on that. Actually, no. Probably slower at that point if he knows he's okay. Yeah, foul play makes sense. Another Trick Room, Chilly Reception. I don't know. Feels like a weird, kind of strange setup here. Foul play that does nothing to Toxapex. Painful Bunker, Protect, Thunderwave. This Incineroar is not coming back in. Double back out. Okay. Knock. Close combat. Is that your? I guess makes sense. Moxie trigger. Glow King. Knockoff should kill here. Close combat. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Two close combats definitely punch through that anyway at that point, and Quackle should be able to. Yeah, you just died of close combat. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll wrap up the game at this point. Knock. He's getting a 6-0 in the quarterfinals. Yeah, it's a 6-0 in the quarterfinals. Improving on his previous 5-0 on SMB. It's a 6-0. All right then. Yeah. Looked like the game plan was just a status of, and then just have Golden go nuke. Tornadoes didn't even show up on the in the match. All right. He did use this hex and status spam and against table as well, from what I remember. So not too surprised to see this once again. Yeah, not. Yeah, I think SMB has a hard time punching through this particular team, especially if you're. It looked like you're choice locked based on the earlier damage. But yeah, that is our second semi-finalist in P4. SMB, thank you for playing. I, what was it? SMB finally made playoffs, so exited at the same time as Table. Pretty interesting. And I guess let's just get into our third match. We have. Alright. Alright. I remember I forced this matchup because I didn't want to play Brett. So we're gonna have Tim versus Brett in the quarterfinals here. Uh, no. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Quickly going over this matchup. Um, I believe Tim beat Brett the first time around. Yes. Yeah, I think Tim won I think it was on week 2. Yeah. Tim won with a 1-0, a very close match between the two. Uh Tim did lose his Keldeo, so he's no longer Three Little Ponies anymore. Um and didn't bring the Hitmontop, so there's no hazard control. Oh no, he does have hazard control in the Weezing that's hiding behind this snail. So he has Defog here. And Brett no longer has the Sableye or the Latias. Great Tusk, Ogerpon, Muck. Yes, I don't think he has. I mean, he still has Heatran. No longer has Terra Captain anymore. Um, it was close last time, and their trades I don't think really changed that much about their teams. But let's see. Quickly going over their Terra Captains here. Brett. He has his Diancie here, Terra Fairy, Steel, and Water, and the Hydreigon, Terra Dragon, Steel, and Grass. Um, hmm. I would think it would be a Terra Fairy Diancie. I don't see a reason not to run it. I like it better than Steel and Water. Water, it makes you weak to Thunderous, and Steel makes you weak to the Fire and Fighting moves from the Infernape. But the Steel is kind of nice into the Meowscarada, so I could also see Steel, I guess. Just have to be careful with the Infernape. And then Hydreigon, probably wouldn't go Dragon into a Fairy here. Steel, Steel's okay, but you're still outsped by Infernape. Grass. I guess grass is about the same. I mean, okay, I think grass is a little bit better than the steel, but honestly, I think Diancie would more likely be the Terra Captain on Brett's end. Now for Tim. Infernape and Thunderous are his Terra Captains. Terra Fire, Water, Ghost on the Infernape. Terra Flying Water... Or Fire, Water, Ghost on Infernape. Flying Water Fairy on the Thunderous. I would imagine it's Terra Water Thunders. I think as long as you can get a speed boost, I would probably if I go Terra Water, I'd probably go Scarf just to outspeed Ogerpon. If not, and I want to run like setup Terra Flying. Actually, no, Terra Flying I actually kind of like as well. Yeah, I like kind of like Terra Flying actually. I lean Terra Flying over Water, but those are both similar. I don't know if you run the Infernape. I don't think it has enough firepower for you to punch through this team. Because Terra Fire is not bad, but if like pre-Terra Diancie and pre-Terra Hydreigon can take it pretty well. But I would say this is a pretty even matchup. Let's see how this pans out. Rival of the Battle of the Friends here. U-turn? Huh. Yeah, this is a Scarf for sure. Counter. Oh, interesting. Yeah, understandable. Pain split. All right, heals back up. Leftover is Black Sledge. Yeah, back to Infernape. Taunt. All right, understandable. Knockoff. You're gonna get knocked, aren't you? No, toxic. All right, toxic. Into Gudra. Drain Punch. No Drain Punch. Into Tusk. Ooh, rocks. Okay. Terraflying? Ooh, Terraflying. Rips the Terra Blast. Life Orb. Ooh. Hmm. Thunderbolt. Hydro. Ooh, you take so much. You have 3 attacks left on Thunderous here. Picks off the Rotom. Alright. You're gonna really have to look Defog on Wheezing at some point. Knockoff. I don't like that knockoff. You need some damage on that. Now you're in a really weird spot. See, now he's +1. +2. That's a very fast Tusk. Now what are you gonna do now? Iron Head? Heavy Slam. Good Heavy Slam here. But, ooh, Clear Smog. With that Clear Smog, that means Thundurus is dead now. You should just sack the Thundurus now? Yeah, you don't have a way to clear hazards. Thundurus is just dead. Leaf Storm? Okay. I don't know if I like that Leaf Storm. That's kind of a weird move here. Yeah. Just Poison Jab. Alright. Drain Punch. Gooey. Alright. Gooey revealed. Dragon Tail. I don't like the Dragon Tail if you're not setting up hazards. Dragon Tail. Alright. Earthquake. Body Press. Alright. Gudra's gone at this point now. I guess he didn't want to take extra damage on Diancie. Understandable. Tusk. Rapid Spin. Yep. This is a Leaf Storm again. Aura Sphere. Ooh, good read attempt. But I have you. That was a great read. Wow. Yeah, I think Brett just has it off of that last final turn. That was his last chance. Ogerpon comes in. Oh, not Ogerpon. Terra Grass. All right, Terra Blast. Yeah, all right. Understandable. Yeah, Terra Blast dies to rocks. All right, pretty swift execution there. Brett's been making great reads across the season. And that Heavy Slam, understandable to just get this to Wheezing where otherwise he had nothing to hit this. But yeah. Congratulations to Brett for making semifinals, and thank you, Tim, for playing. Um yeah. It's a pretty back and forth game, honestly. Not that much actually got revealed on this on the Rotom. Everything just went down back and forth. But yeah, let's get on to our last quarterfinals match here. We have it'll be me versus Eternum. Let's see. Eternum brought his Terra Cresselia and his Terra Dugtrio. Cresselia with Terra Psychic, Poison Fairy, Dugtrio with Ground Flying and Electric. I think it would. I'm expecting a Terra Flying Dugtrio here, just because that's the only way for it to really hit Shaman for meaningful damage. I would say. I guess it's, yeah. If it's pre-Terra, like it'll have to use Aerial Ace or something. Um, though I could see Terra Electric to actually no, I can't trap Basket Legion, so no reason to run Electric. Cresselia, Poison probably makes the most sense here. Yeah. And then for me, I think I didn't bring any Terra Captains here. Yes, I didn't bring any of my Terra Captains. Uh, Tatsugiri isn't really meant for this matchup. I thought bringing Shaman, it wouldn't have been a bad choice. Comfy I considered, but I think he'll be very well prepared for Comfy because I used Comfy against him the last in the was it back in season 2, and I don't think he wants a repeat of that. Yeah. Um Going to this, it'll be I have a bit more speed than him, but my first thoughts are it's probably a Scarf Landorus. Um Maybe a Sash? Probably Sash or something like that on Doug Trio. Calm Mind Cresselia could be a thing, or it could just be Rocky Helmet, Moonlight, something like that. But all of his mons, like, more or less expected. Let's get into the matchup. And with this lead here, I'm probably just going to look to set up hazards here. Probably just wants to get some chip damage on the Tinkaton here. Stealth Rock, Surf. Yeah. Oh. Whirlpool. Alright. Get some trapping damage here. Him going into this makes me think he has Energy Ball or something. Which I do get right. Okay. I expect him to read the Encore. So I'll go back into this. And I try to get a spike up here. Oh, I got my hazards that I want for the game. I guess it's Moonlight off. I'm going to expect him to read my Encore, but... Alright. Energy Ball. Okay, I revealed the Encore this time. Maybe I should have revealed the second time around. I thought he'd switch again. Gigaton. I probably should have just switched out, honestly, at this point. Energy Ball. Not too much damage here. Terra Poison. Just go for the Pyro Ball, but I miss here. Which is pretty annoying. And I miss a Super Fang here as well. Alright. Playoffs knuckle run looking pretty bad right now. Also, he should know this, but that was a Assault Vest Cinderace, unless I'm very defensive here. He saw my Encore this time around. I go into my Terapagos here, take the Earthquake. Folion comes out. Ice Beam. Yeah, that does nothing to this. Body Press. Good chip here. I'm expecting him. He might switch out here. Body Press. Alright. He switches into Cress here, most likely. Body Press for some chip. Go into this immediately. Goes to Raging Bolt. I'm expecting him to expect the Encore, so I go for the Ice Hammer. I was expecting a Landorus to come in. Maybe I should have switched out. Yeah. Darkrai. I Sucker Punch him, reading the Thunderclap. Yeah, I move back to my physically defensive Terapagos. Go into Basket Legion here. Moonlight's up. Go for a Shadow Ball. In retrospect, maybe I should have made this mixed and run the Wave Crash. Pyro Ball for some damage. Alright. Tyranitar comes out. Pyro Ball for some chip. Back into Terapagos. He gets rocks up now. I believe I risk Rapid Spin. Yeah. So interestingly here, like, Moonlight's gonna be reduced because of the sand. Yeah. So... He's within 2 Pyro Balls range. So I'm gonna be in a very tough position here. Because... Oh, I get the burn, but I don't... Here, I think I needed to save my Cinderace here. Because he's able to trap me at this point, and my Sucker Punch doesn't KO. I needed a crit there at that point. But at this point, I think his Cresselia just wins. I also should have left Taunt on my Darkrai here. I think that would have been good. He Moonlights up here. If I get a flinch or a crit or something, that would have been fine. And now I'm just hoping to freeze. Yeah. think he just ends up closing it at this point. But I think even if I freeze him, oh okay. If he thought like I just don't, I'm just hoping for freezes at this point. Wind blast, ice beam. Yeah, not too much to say about this at this point. And that's the game. Yeah, that's the end of my season. Congrats to Eternum for making the uh semifinals, and that's the end of my season here. So quick, that's the end of quarterfinals, and then I'll go into a quick recap. Well, for going into the um do 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 we have our end of quarterfinals and then into our semifinals. Our everyone gets reseeded here, so the highest seed takes the lowest seed. So P4 versus Eternum and Alberto versus Brett. Um, it'll be some interesting matches here. Eternum's kind of the he's in a dark horse position coming to this. He technically hasn't lost any matches ever since he um took over a spot. So uh he's in a really hot streak. Same for P4. He hasn't lost since week 1. But yeah. And also Alberto versus Brett. Alberto's been on a pretty solid streak for the most part. Believe I think he also went 6-2. So some very high. It'll expecting some high level games out of these. But just going to get into our quarterfinals match here. All right. So this will be a best of 3 with no switches or no changes between matches. Yes, semifinals. This is semifinals as well. It'll be a best of 3 between P4 and Eternum. Looking at Terra Captains here, it'll be the Clodsire once again. And then I think that's it on P4's end. That'll be Terra Poison Steel Flying. And then on Eternum's end, we have both Cresselia and Dugtrio. Cresselia packing Psychic, Poison, and Fairy, and Dugtrio packing Ground, uh, Flying, and Electric. So let's get into this. Another 4 to 6 matches, depending on how long this will take. All right. Looking at this lead, very passive lead from both ends. Maybe it'll just be like baton pass and flip turn. Okay, knockoff right off the bat. Takes off boots. Curum comes out. I don't know how much Curum's gonna really do to this. That looks like Specs damage. Knockoff. Ooh, Specs being removed this quickly. Ooh, body press. All right. Body press not doing too much, but it would still wear away at those roofs. Ice beam into the Umbreon. Baton pass. Quavel. It's gonna be an EQ, or sorry, a close combat or a rapid spin. Spin. All right. Cresselia comes out. Double into Scizor. Knockoff. Takes off the Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry is kind of interesting. Wave Crash takes half off the Scizor. Ooh, Trailblaze. Okay. Alright. Roost. Yeah, Roost. Protect. Huh. Protect is interesting. That probably means that the leftovers. Yeah. Alright. All of Eternal's items just getting knocked off. Alright, Raging Bolt. Force a switch now. Sunny Day. Ooh, are we gonna see a Weather Ball here? Clodsire. Thunderbolt. Alright. Draco Meteor. Ooh, okay, that's over half. It's a good chunk of damage. Toxic. Ooh, okay. Second Draco's gonna pick up here. Terra Steel. Ooh, alright. This is going to, yeah, Clodsire is just going to heal up this damage. Feel entrapped. Ooh, doubles into Quavel there. Great switch. Avoids any potential arena trap shenanigans. Roost, alright. Terra Electric. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Rapid Spin takes out this. Rapid Spin takes it out, but um, hmm. I wonder if I feel like Dugtrio should still be. Oh no, no, it wouldn't. Uh, another. All right, Draco, Empoleon, Shadow Ball, get some chip. Back to Quavel, Roost, and trade for Roost. All right, Calm Mind on the Crest. Knock off takes off the Mental Herb. All right, Clodsire comes out. Moonlight. So this is unaware. With the way he brought Clodsire in. Huh? Dodges the Dugtrio trap again. Oh, Quavel lives. Wave Crash, and that's a trade of Dugtrio for Quavel. And I think that Clodsire can play pretty safely at this point now. Because I think, okay, he's Landorus to try to pick it off later. But yeah, two wet noodles hitting each other. Oh, wait, rocks are up now, which, alright. Thunderbolt does some damage to Umbreon. Foul play. Alright, the toxic damage finishes off. Raging Bolt. Scizor comes out. U-turn? Oh, Bug Bite. Not too much damage. Shadow Ball. Oh, okay, another Shadow Ball. Alright. I'm surprised he... Okay. Yeah. Earthquake. Ooh, okay, good switch. Protect. Empoleon comes out. U-turn. Curum. Roost from it'll be a Roost, right? Ooh, no. Earth Power doesn't pick up. Another Earth Power. Levitate. Goes back into Clodsire here. Moonblast does nothing to Clodsire. Alright. Recover. Taunt. Blocks Toxic. Alright. I guess he realized he can take one Earthquake there. Tornadus comes out. U-turn. Hammer Arm. Ooh, almost picks up the Empoleon. Alright. 20. Oh, that missed Hammer Arm. That kind of sucks. Umbreon comes out. I think Umbreon goes down here. Ooh, almost. Moonblast should pick up. Yeah. Goldango. Shadow Ball comes out. I think two Shadow Balls picks up here. Ooh. No, Shadow Ball didn't pick up here. And how many roosts are left on this? 3 more roosts. So we're going to have a bit of a PP stall at this point. But this just favors P4 here because you're running out. Competitive trigger. Knockoff. Ooh. Wait, I guess you're getting stronger ice beams. Shadow Ball. Alright. Second Shadow Ball. You need to... Ooh. Yeah. Shadow Ball. Oh, doesn't pick up yet. Moonlight. Cover. I think another Shadow Ball was good there. Into Clodsire. This has to be stored power last move, I think. Ooh, a Curse. Curse is not a move you'd expect to see on Clodsire. Ice Beam. Knock off. Take off the Shed Shell. Okay, he's been Shed Shelled this whole time. Alright. This Clodsire is beefing up here. Taunt. Zen Headbutt. Alright, that will pick Calm Mind. Zen Headbutt. Alright, Zen Headbutt's doing nothing right now. But I guess the Zen Headbutt covers for Terra Poison Crest. And I believe it's time for Toxic. Oh, wait. Yeah, Toxic. Yeah. Curse. I don't know why you're cursing up on this. Stored power. Oh, that does nothing. 14%. I guess I see why. Yeah, this match, he's hoping for a crit, doesn't change anything here. Yeah, yeah, that's not doing any damage. Alright. Clodsire, the Iron Wall here. I don't think... Yeah. Zen Headbutts. Very interesting Clodsire set. No stab moves. I guess it makes sense. Because you can't really rely on one singular move here. Yeah, that was game one. Yeah. Solid game, defensive game by P4. He had some amazing switches to avoid the Dugtrio, but he couldn't. The Shed Shell ended up getting revealed, but he didn't even have to play the way he did against the Dugtrio. Pretty cool play there. On to game two. Will Eternum get one back and bring us to game three? Let's see how this goes. All right, Landorus into Quavel lead. From before, this was Rocky Helmet Quavel, so it's probably much more physically defensive. Solid lead from his end. Knock off. All right. Umbreon. Okay. Boots, rocks, baton. Oh, foul play. Oh, okay. 25% on the foul play is actually more than I thought it would be. Well, we'll come back out. Close combat looks really obvious, but rapid spin. Knock off. Alright. Rocky helmet. Wave crash. Ooh, good attempt on the read. Ice beam. Alright. Surely you switch now. Roost. Now you switch. Oh. Clodsire. Sunny Day again? Draco. Takes 40% this time without the photosynthesis boost. We're gonna get a recover. Scizor. Umbreon. Quaquaval. Knock off. Item's already gone. Knock off. Takes off the life orb. Oh, we have citrus. Trailblaze this time. Alright, this time Scizor is faster than the Quaquaval. Ooh, knock off into the Umbreon. Not too much damage. Bug Bite. That's a lot of damage. Foul play, though. Takes it real low. Tornadus now. Bug Bite. Does not pick up. Bullet Punch. And the Hammer Arm finishes off the Scizor. Tornadus should be switching out here. Ooh, Kyurem switch. Stone Edge. Ooh, Taunt. Interesting taunt. So this will scout for whatever it's going to go into. Empoleon. This is just kind of tax the Roost. And then Kyurem probably switches out here. Umbreon. Ooh, good double. Thunderbolt picks up Umbreon. Kyurem comes out. Are we going to see another Draco? Yeah, another Draco. Taking half off Cresselia, forcing it to Moonlight. I think Crest is gonna Terra Poison at some point. I don't think Dugtrio is gonna Terra this time around. 'Cause I think he would only need it to pick off Quaquaval, but he's so low at this point. Draco, yeah. Is he gonna PP stall all these Dracos? Doubles in the Empoleon, Shadow Ball, Roost. Another Shadow Ball, Knockoff, revealing the leftovers. Shadow Ball, another Roost. Ooh, special defense drop. Competitive trigger. 4 more roosts on this Empoleon. Intimidate. Shadow Ball. Decent chunk. Earthquake. Good birth. I wonder if he has any taunt, protect, earthquake, U-turn. Oh, okay. He really doesn't have anything to hit this Tornadus. Yeah, this Lander's gotten worn down pretty low at this point. Switching to Clodsire Thunderbolt. Alright. Double into Kyurem. Alright. Draco Meteor. Another Roost. Switching to Quaquaval. Stealth Rock comes back up. Rapid Spin. Oh, a Roost this time. Alright. Rocks damage. Sunny Day this time around. Draco Meteor. Alright. Ooh, a Toxic this time. Ooh, you're gonna have to sack something now. Buffalo? Oh, Golden Go. Alright. Double in the... Oh, yeah. Substitute. We're gonna see a Rapid Spin here. That Endeavor actually did. It's a funny Endeavor. You're a... Wave Crash. Alright, not that much into Raging Bolt. Back to Goldango. We're gonna see a Draco. This is gonna be a Recover angle, I think. Yeah, right now P4 is just slowly whittling away his opponent's resources. Oh, timer. Shadow Ball. He's slowly running out of these roosts. He's 2 left. Shadow Ball. Ooh, another Shadow Ball should pick up. Yeah. Doug Trio comes out. Quavel comes out. Earthquake? Huh. I think the Earthquake would have been really good there. Actually, no, this works. Earthquake picks up Quavel here. Tornadus comes out. U-turn? Bricks a sub. Clodsire. Risking the Clodsire here. Substitute. I mean... Terra Blast? Oh, they're actually in a really weird spot. Terra Electric. Ooh, I don't like that Terra Electric at this point. I think he needed to save it for... Well, actually, no. He's already revealed the Zen Headbutt set from Clodsire. Ooh, 2 Ice Beams finishes this off. His mons are all way too low to fight. Alright, Intimidate. All I have to do is switch into Torn. You have nothing to hit the Torn. Bleak Windstorm. Heat Wave. Okay. Yeah, P4 really doesn't have to predict anymore here. He's gonna just slowly attack and take his... Oh, the freeze! Alright, takes advantage of the freeze here and heals up. Ooh, okay. Substitute. Ooh, Golden Go unthaws itself. Ooh, that was his only way to proceed, I think, in this in this sense. All right, he sacks the Clodsire here, and I think Tornadus just wins here. U-turn. Yeah. So long as Tornadus is around, I think he's in a winning position. Recover on the Goldango. Knock off. Shadow Ball. Knock off. Now they're trading resources here. Recovers back to full. Switching to Torn. Oh, okay. Ooh, he reads him on the U-turn. Alright. I see you. That's a pretty gutsy gamble there, but I guess he didn't want to risk Torn getting crit on a U-turn or something. Yeah. 2 more Shadow Balls picks up here. And that was his last chance to Ice Beam. I think now he just sacked the Lander or sacked the Golden Go. Make it rain. Alright. Alright, Kirim comes out here. Ice Beam. Yeah, you can't outspeed this. And Earthquake picks this up, and U-Turn picks up the Dugtrio at the end here. Alright, that is the end of the line for Eternum. Thank you for playing in Season 4. And congratulations to P4 for making 2 consecutive finals runs in Hoplite in a row. That is not an easy feat by any means. But yeah. Pretty great game from P4. He didn't really have to read too much. He just attacked, and then his resources, Eternum's resources, dwindled over time. But yeah, let's get onto our second semifinals set. We have Alberto versus Brett. I don't believe they've played. Oh no, Alberto has played Brett already this season. Da, da, da. Alberto. Week 7? No. Maybe they haven't played. But this looks like a fairly straightforward. Well, okay. So, so we have a rain team here into offense team. Yeah, so we have the Terra Floatzel once again. It'll be Terra Water, Grass, and Fairy. I assume Terra Grass to hit Rotom here. If not, it probably just Terra Water. Yeah. And then we have Hydreigon Diancie once again. Fairy Steel Water on the Diancie, Dragon Steel Grass on the Hydreigon. Probably Terra. I think Terra Water Terra. I think Hydreigon doesn't Terra in this set, and I think it would be Terra Water on Diancie to take water moves potentially. But let's get into this match. Hydreigon Pelipper. I think you're Scarf if you're doing this, but yeah, I think you have to switch into Tinglu in case this is Scarfed. Oh, all right, just dodging the Draco. All right, all right. I think that's a pretty bad start because I think Pelipper would have went down off that Draco. All right, flip turn, Serena here. Will-O-Wisp. Do we see a Will-O-Wisp? Grass move. Pale Blizzard. Okay. Rock Tomb. Ooh. Attempting to read the Pelipper, I guess. Rapid Spin. All right. Another Rock Tomb. Expecting another switch. Citrus Berry. Acrobat. Oh, that's a great acrobatics. I don't think anyone would have expected that. Supercell. Oh, attempting to read Brett on the switch, or Brett trying to read the switch. Oh, all right. Supercell. All right. He attempted to check if he had if he was choice locked. All right. Stealth rocks go up. Hydro pump and Pasho berry. All right. Payback. That's not that much of a payback. Volt switch. Yeah. Ooh, great volt switch. He's getting these. He's getting a lot of these reads at least. He's making an attempt to it. Volt switch. All right. Pelipper comes out. Double the Tinglu. Oh, he has no. Pelipper has no fear of the Hydreigon Draco. All right. Wave crash. Terragrass. Terra Blast. Yeah. Picks up Rotom. Great Tusk. Wave Crash does not pick up. Ooh, that's a bit of a risk there. Ice Spinner picks up the Floatzel. Ooh, I don't like this position at this point anymore. Ice Beam picks up the Great Tusk though. Alright. Porygon 2. Wait, this is Analytic. Interesting. Ruination keeps Porygon at half here. Recover. Ruination. I see. It's not a finals game if there isn't a PP stall here. Oh, alright, Ruination's just keeping this Porygon at half. Landing every single Ruination is crazy. I feel like you should pick him up. Just finish this off at this point. Yeah. Alright, that's the last recover. Iron Crown here. Future Sight. I don't know if I like that Future Sight when there's a Hydreigon over there. Tachyon Cutter. Alright. Are we gonna see a para here? I think that's what Brett's hoping for here. Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt. I don't like this Future Sight here actually, because 3 more Tachyon Cutters picks up anyways. Or 2 more Tachyon Cutters picks up. So this he ended up taking a little bit more excess damage than he needed to. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. 15% versus 4%. Terra Grass. Ooh. Okay. Iron Bundle. Freeze Dry. Wait, why am I clicking the Freeze Dry? The Ice Beam should have been... I guess it didn't matter. Calm Mind. This has to Calm Mind, yeah. This Weather Ball. Okay, some good chunk. Trick Room. Ooh. Weather Ball. Oh, okay. Pelipper's slower. It's a very slow Pelipper. So I guess this is a specially defensive Pelipper. Alright. That is game 1. A lot of info got revealed about speeds. Like, this is a very slow Pelipper. It actually undersped the Diancie. But I think Diancie actually has lower base speed. So this is probably like negative nature, 0 IVs or something like that. And I guess Diancie wasn't fully prepped to be like quiet nature, zero IVs either. That prep difference actually could have mattered maybe because he could have gotten a Draining Kiss, and who knows how this could have ended up if he actually got to heal up to like half off a hitting Pelipper. Well, all right. Let's get into game 2. Will we have a game 3? All right. Iron Bundle Rotom. I don't think Iron... If this is physically defensive, I think Specs Bundle... I don't know if Specs Bundle picks up Rotom. It'll be a lot of damage, though, if he goes for a Specs Freeze Dry. But it just flip turns out. Alright, understandable. Porygon was always the easy switch. Tinglu comes out. Ice Beam here. Diancie. Stealth Rock. Iron Crown. Alright, Iron Crown's good here. Tachyon Cutter. That is... Oh, that's a crit, unfortunate crit, but that's so much damage. Trick Room. Ooh. Draining Kiss. That's not too much damage on this Iron Crown, which I think is AV based off that damage. And a second Tachyon should pick up. Ooh. Not in a... I think he maybe tried to set up a little too early on the Diancie here. Oh, he reads the... avoids the Headlong Rush. Let's see, Rapid Spin here. Oh no, Ice Spinner. Picks up the Serena, but he'll go down to the Future Sight here. I think the crit might have mattered. Surf. Ooh. Alright. Another Surf by Hydreigon. I think that's Specs. That's so much damage. Alright. Ice Beam. Alright. Iron Crown. Recover. Alright. Alright. This time around, Porygon has all of its recovers. Ting Lu's coming out. It's clicking Ruination over and over here again. This Porygon's gonna be ruined. Oh, alright. Ogerpon comes in. Ruination takes it down to 38. Are we gonna see a Trailblaze here? Ooh, misses the Power Whip. Alright. Oh, misses the second one. Oh, okay. The universe does not want him to play into the finals. Thunderbolt. Man, I hate Power Whip. Tachyon. Thunderbolt. Alright. Porygon goes. Iron Crown goes down. Porygon's down to 29. Wave Crash should pick up at this range. Terra Grass, do you read? No, you don't make the Rotom switch, or read. Terra Blast picks up the Rotom at this range. Wow. Hydreigon. Sack the Pelipper? Yeah. Draco Meteor. Iron Bundle. Ice Beam. Ooh, he actually lets the Hydreigon go down. But, guess he didn't have an option here. Alright, 2 Ice Beams picks up. Alright, that is our... That is the end of our semifinals. Congratulations to Alberto for making finals in his first season of Hoplite. Yeah. Thank you, Brett, for playing. Brett continues to what was it? Continued his excellent play, but Alberto with the what was it? Calm hands resists making switches. But yes, that is the end of our stream. Well, this will be the end of our stream today, but before that, a quick recap. Oh. This is how our brackets ended up. It will be P4 taking a win over Eternum, Alberto taking a win over Brett. 2 O's on both sides. We will see Alberto, or P4 versus Alberto in the finals, which will be streamed tomorrow. Make sure to catch the stream. It'll be around 4 p.m. Eastern Daylights, or Eastern Time for the Americans, which would be 1 p.m. For the people on the West Coast. Yeah, that'll be it from me, from Abyss and the rest of the Olympian Draft League. Alright. I will catch everyone tomorrow for our stream. Have a great rest of the night, everyone.